Thank you, Chairman. I want to also acknowledge all of the colleagues who have collaboratively worked together to ensure solutions for residents of District of Columbia. I've been affected by this COVID-19 pandemic directly. I think we all have, even directly or indirectly, in the district. That being said, we all understand the unprecedented impact that this virus has had on our residents in DC. The council has continued to be responsive and work collaboratively to implement legislative solutions in conjunction with the mayor's office. I'm happy there's some of the solutions I suggested were included in the legislation. I want to thank you, Chairman, for that. Extending and expanding foreclosure protections for homes, condo owners, ensuring that tenants were able to establish payment plans with their housing providers, and mandating that DC Jailregularly reported on the conditions of the facility to the council. I want to thank Councilmember Allen for that as well. The rental tenant payment provisions that will allow for eligible tenants to have payment plans, provide for a waiver, any fee or penalty arising from the entering of payments, and not reporting delinquencies or derogatory information on credit bureaus. I think that's a critical move to ensure that people are able to move forward with their lives once this is over. It also includes the property owners must use security deposits, last month's rent, or other amounts held on behalf of the tenants to satisfy the amount owed under a payment plan, provided that the tenant agrees in writing. First, emergency legislation implemented a ban on evictions. However, the ban expired as soon as the mayor declared the emergency period was over. In my opinion, not allowing for someone to some time before evictions could proceed would lead to a significant increase of evictions, and it just pile up in court. It'd be devastating for our residents in the district. This is why I suggested for extension and introducing additional emergency legislation, increase the time of eviction bans to 2 months. Now, I want to thank you, Chairman, for your leadership in incorporating that into the bill today. Since that language has been included, I will be withdrawing my emergency legislation. This legislation also clarifies that COVID-19 relief will be considered in determining eligibility for TANF and will not be treated as a lump sum payment or settlement. If the COVID-19 relief is considered the relief, may disqualify the very individuals we are trying to help. I want residents to also know this legislation will allow district residents to experience experiencing financial hardship due to public health emergencies during the emergency, or the 60 days following the request that a credit report agency add COVID-19, getting bombarded around a number of calls around unemployment insurance. Or still, some may say that that's money coming in that people can use to pay their rent, but out of the 80, only paid out less than half of those, and so we're still concerned about that. I've had the opportunity to go to DC jail 3 times and see the impact that this virus is having on inmates there. And so I do want to say this legislation requires a report to the council on the conditions at the jail that includes a daily census of the week of individuals in CDF and CTF categorized by legal status, any responses to the court or court-appointed inspectors regarding the implementation of the court's decision. I do want to note that some of the inmates were happy that they went from 30 minutes rec time to an hour rec time because they had to use their phone, clean their cell, and make phone calls in 30 minutes, which was creating a lot of chaos over the jail. I want to thank Councilmember Allen for his continued advocacy, and also I believe McDuffie and also Robert White. And I know you all probably got a number of my emails from different residents reporting to me. I know there's been another concern in our ward as relates to our education system, what happens next, what comes with summer job, and also the releasing of Principal J.K. from Boone Elementary School, and in my opinion has been a phenomenal principal. So I don't know if my colleagues, if you heard about that yet, but you will, from the residents who are upset that the principal have been released from the school during this time when we need her and need stability in our schools the most. So I want to end by thanking my colleagues as we continue to move forward. We have not added uh, pieces to this legislation that addresses all solutions, but we're very thoughtful and inclusionary of all people in the city, and we will have the opportunity to make our city stronger by adjusting the legislation as we move along. I want to thank you, Chairman, for including us in emergency legislation. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember White.